So this is currently what's going on in the plant realm, plant room, my room, the plants. So one of my avocados here, the uh, grapefruit is doing really well. It is putting out some fresh growth right there. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's branching here as well, so I'm keen to see how this does this year now that we're having some days of longer sun. It should start, well, it has really picked up on growing, so good for you. This was planted September 2018. Little John sadly passed away. He did not survive the move. I moved in January and I just really had no way to insulate him properly, but this one is going to be taking its place. I've got a really nice big avocado here that is doing very well. I've got it directly underneath a grow lamp here. These are So this is actually the spotted angel wing begonia. I just tied this up here recently because it's getting very leggy and I wanted these leaves to get some better sun and stop, or better light I guess, and stop draping across my desk. I've got one of the blood orange seedlings here. It's putting out some new leaves, and I really have to find a better fitting lid for that. It really does a lot better when it's enclosed, encompassed. The other seedling is really not doing so hot, but it looks like it is trying to put up some fresh growth here right at the end of that stem, so it might not be dead. We'll see how that goes. This guy is doing really well. This is actually a new stock back here since I moved, and is all the way up that way, doing really well. What is it? Sugar Vine, it's called. What are you? Yeah, just sugar vine. It was not doing very well. It was up there next to the aloe for a little while, but it did not like that. So moved it down here closer to the light, and it is showing a lot of new growth right now. And I'm keen to see this try to start climbing the apparatus here. Got another avocado here that definitely needs a new pot soon, so I gotta get that going on. This water plant has it had a very tough time with the move as well. It lost a few stalks or whatever, but it came back and is doing really well. Look at the size of that leaf. Like, that is really big, so I'm happy for that. I'm quite pleased. I have got this succulent that my friend gave me is doing really, really well. So I think I need to water that. It's a little soft. I've got a couple more little succulents here that I propagated off of this guy. This is my kiwi aeonium. And somebody's gonna laugh at me for how I pronounce that because I've never actually said it out loud before. I've got an avocado here that died, another one that didn't survive the move. This one is doing really well. There's another leg of the spotted wing begonia back there, which is starting out of this pot here. I really have to get it into something bigger, but we are also starting to branch out, and we've got another little stalk coming up there. So yeah, I'm happy with how I don't know, it's not bushy. I'm okay with that. It wants to be a plant and grow and do what it wants to do. I'm not going to stop it unless it looks like it's going to get sick. I've got my little ivy back there that looks like it needs to be watered, but it is doing really nicely. It is definitely going to hit the top of the shelving here over the summer and start climbing around on that, and that's going to be really fun. I've got this big succulent that Marit gave to me. It is doing really well. Obviously, these things are not actually getting the amount of sunshine they need, and that's why they are so tall and the leaves are so spaced out. I'm hoping that that changes a little bit over the summer. If not, I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to get some more light on them, because I've got north facing windows right now and that really sucks. I've got this up here is my one bioactive terrarium. It is doing absolutely stunningly. That little fern back there that I stole a teeny little cutting, didn't steal, took with permission from my mother when she got me to help her set up a bioactive for her turtle. I propagated that and I had it doing really well in a jar on its own, and then I ended up taking it out of the jar and it just did not seem like it was happy with that. It liked to be in a enclosed, humid environment. So I decided that I was going to put it in here. And there's another little ivy in there. Oh, and there is an ice pod right there. If I can get this, there you go, to focus. So he's on the little rock in there. I think, what's that? Is that anything? Nope. That's just dirt. Anyway, big little moss tree there. I'm so happy with this terrarium. It's beautiful. Anyway, the fern, I put it in there and took out this guy, because this guy was getting really tall, and so that's why his leaves are looking really rough, because he was used to the humid environment and it is super not humid in my room. Even though I have a humidifier going pretty much 24/7, it just, yeah, did not do really well with that. But the new growth that was at the top took to it just fine. It is going to definitely come back from this and be a nice plant to have out and about here. We'll see if I eventually need to find a way to plant more of it or something, get it to grow some extra roots somewhere. Anyway, this is the plant room. We've got some test tubes here. I was trying to do some more cuttings of things from work and bring them home, but that didn't go so well. One of my little jar terrariums here. I've got a little snail down there. This one's doing pretty well. This one, all of the plants in it died, but it still has some Daphnia going on in there, albeit slowly. We'll see how it goes. This one is still doing its thing, going strong. Nothing ever happened with those little flowers. They just kind of stayed little green balls for a while, and I mean, it just didn't work out. And then this thing is doing incredibly well. The moss that was in there has grown like mad, and you can see the bubbles on it. That means that it's photosynthesizing and producing oxygen. And we have a little snail there on the side of the tank. And to give you so that's how big we are. I am really impressed with the camera on this phone, actually. Really impressed. So yeah, that is the room update. Oh, and then there's this guy. I showed you guys that. Yeah, quite some time ago. This is the bioactive terrarium that has been completely sealed since July 2018. So I have not opened it once since then, and that moss has gone like crazy. That ivy is doing well and is still alive, and if I were able to get close enough, I'd probably be able to see some of the springtails still active in there, because I know the last time I checked they were in there. The aloe does not like to be up here. I think I gotta get it somewhere where it's gonna get some more light. It's just not getting enough, but I mean, it's still putting out some new growth and stuff, so can't be suffering too bad. Most important thing is that I remember not to water it too much, because that's how I killed my last aloe, because I'm just a giver. Anyhow, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And, yeah, maybe like, maybe subscribe. It's up to you.